Because they give you bad habits. We call seat of the pants, cowboy, cowgirl. This was seat of the pants riding, not really educated, formal, correct style riding. Ponies do that. You have to herd them. They eat grass. They roll. You got to kick them and pull them. They're not good for you for long. Now, how old are you? Do you have a horse? No. Well, you keep this one. Where's your parents? Where are the parents? Now, this is too good an animal to get rid of. But she has to grow onto a horse. So you keep this one, I'd say another year. Then she has to part with it, unless you want to keep it forever and lease it or something like that to another one. We let her have it a year. But she has to go onto a horse. If she wants to progress the way I'd like her to progress, which is position, flat work, very correct. If you don't get off ponies at a certain time, you don't ever get rid of it. Now her homework for her trainer is, yes, she rides behind her horse, we call seat of the pants, wheel. Now she has to also be able to ride with her horse, with her legs, not so much her seat. That's your homework if you're trainer. You can tell your trainer. Now, this horse, what was that bit you had before? Which is this one? Where's your trainer? Now, this one, this is the trainer. Now, this one, work this one in a snaffle. The days you don't, this is the trainer. The days you jump, snaffle or a soft twist. And you could try a straight bar rubber pillow or this double wire, shift around. And at horse shows, people, if they're a hunter or a jumper, slap on a standing martingale. I'm not here just for horse show reasons. I'm here for you to experience other things. So this was an experience because these are pictures. These martingales, these earplugs, these raw reins, all of this. And this is not a show here. This is an educational weekend. So this horse, try him jumping in a nice rubber pillow and try. He doesn't love this wire snaffle. The twist might be not enough for him. Experiment. Bidding, experiment, because bidding people, they're just as important for the rider. Different riders do better with different bits. I don't know why. You say Leslie Burr, she always liked pillows. Howard loved pillows. Anne Krasinski was brought up out west with Jimmy. She was good with gags. Michael Matz, every horse he rode went in a twisted snaffle. So bidding is as important for the rider as the horse. But this girl's green. She has a very good position. You've done a great job with her. And this is how riders progress. We do break eggs when we make an omelet. We do break eggs when we make an omelet. But unless you try to make an omelet, you don't ever go far. And we had some problems, always do, but you have to stretch people. And stretch horses, was this a little harder than you expected or easier? This clinic was easier. What about you? This clinic was easier. I thought it was pretty difficult. I rode in the Olympics. I thought this was pretty difficult. You have on the short side 3 oxes, one stride, and Liverpool's and triple bar. I'm impressed you girls thought it was easier. I thought it was pretty hard. Maybe next spring I'll make it hard. I know how to make it hard. So you thought it was easier. See, this is what I teach you Impulsion, the animation of the horse, is probably the most important thing you do first times. It's just think of it as your car. What can you do with a car that's not turned on? What can you do going out on the freeway? You step on that gas, those old putt-putts we used to go, and it half stalls, you go out that freeway, you get killed. You get killed. It's just like that with horse. If that horse isn't animated, which of course is the correct word for impulsion, is the correct word. If that horse doesn't have it, you can't stop, start, turn quick. That's your problem. You are a little sleepy, he's a little sleepy. You've got to keep that fire lit here. What did you think of this clinic? I thought it was a little hard. Don't you feel better after accomplishing these 3 days with this? Don't you feel better because you accomplished it? I didn't ride your horse, Kenny didn't ride yours. You accomplished it yourself. What gives confidence, people, first is knowledge. That up here you know when a horse ducks out, you turn him the opposite way. When a horse hesitates at a jump, lay a stick on him. How to use a cluck, understanding rein aids, weight aids. That's up here for that gives you confidence. Second is practicum. You know, practicum is experiencing knowledge. In your practice, experience knowledge. Yes, you're going to have problems, then you're going to accomplish it. Then you have problems again. He's going to stop and duck out again. But I don't care what, you see, you get to a difficult distance. I don't say bad. There's no bad distance. It's you're too short or too long, and you give up a little bit. You've lost confidence. If you get to a difficult, leg on him. If you get to that too short a stride, put a spur on him, that he go over, under, or through. Which is your trainer? How old are you? 13. Well, that's not too young or too old. I'd like you to encourage the professionals with their students as much as possible, because they've got to take this home with them. And this girl is ready. You know, don't get obsessive, but she has a great jumping horse, but she doesn't know much about jumping. I'm talking about striding, distances, placing horse. She gallops, and whatever happens, happens. They've got to talk to her now about that distance factor to a jump. Okay, I'm very pleased, Carolyn, with this first group, because I thought it was quite difficult. They thought it was quite easy, but I thought it was quite difficult. Okay, we'll take a short break, and then we'll resume. So you girls, very good. Go out, and those others will come in. Now get this cross rail